Nag-e-air, parang
Oo.
nawawala yung ano eh. O yan, o, tamo nag-chat-choppy ulit, o.
Nag-freeze.
Nag-chat-choppy.
Wala na.
O, yan, tuloy-tuloy na.
Dapat kasi ngayon lang. O yan, wala na.
O.
Di, tsaka ang daming gumagamit pag ganitong oras.
Oo.
Yeah.
Tsaka sir, I think it helps if you minimize movement kasi the more movement you make, the more kilobytes you use eh.
Yeah.
Ganun ba?
Yeah.
Oo naman. The more movement you make, mas maraming data tatransmit yung yung phone mo, sa laptop mo. Hinahabol lang yung image eh.
Pero ang hirap ng walang movement, di ba?
Oo nga, bakit yung smooth naman?
Ang hirap.
Okay,
standing
magandang
by.
signal na sa kusina
I use my hands a lot. Okay.
One minute. $40. $30. 20. 10. 9. The Philippines has recorded more than 7,000 COVID-19 cases and more than 400 fatalities as government puts Metro Manila, Central Luzon, and Calabarzon under extended ECQ until May 15 because these regions continue to be high risk. While there have been 722 recoveries, the Department of Health continues to record a rising number of cases, as more than 20 high-risk cities and provinces in Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao will also remain under enhanced lockdown. Senator Manny Pacquiao is set to file a new normal bill that seeks to further enforce protection measures against COVID-19. What will a new normal look like under an extended lockdown? We discuss in this episode of The Chiefs. Welcome to this special edition of The Chiefs. With me right now are Ami Pamintuan of the Philippine Star, Ed Lingao of One News, and News 5 Chief Lucy Cruz Valdez. We're all spread out all over this extended ECQ in Metro Manila. Chiefs, welcome to your homes.
Hello, everybody.
Welcome
Sorry
to your
for
homes.
the invasion.
You mean you guys left your homes?
Nasa office.
Okay.
Yan na. In-extend niya. Parang kahapon, ayaw niya maniwala extend. May 15
No,
na.
I don't think it was any surprise naman eh.
Oo nga.
Yeah.
Not even the time frame was any surprise. In 2 weeks.
Kasi
Although may bagong term, no, yung general community quarantine. Ang dami
GCQ.
nagtanong, Oo, ang daming
Mm.
nagtanong kung ano ba yun, no?
Yun yung gusto natin mangyari sa atin.
Yung
Saka may bago ring
bago
may bago ring term na nauso ngayon.
Oh, yun na nga.
Brrr,
Yun yung,
brrr.
Ha?
yun yung may,
Ano?
may
Yung-
Bakit?
Oh,
Yung sabi sa address ng Pangulo kanina.
Si President.
Pag bumabaril daw yung sundalo, brrr, brrr, 35 pesos, brrr, brrr.
Sige.
ano,
Ispilingin mo.
Walang vowels eh.
Pero Ami, Ed, ano bang bago sa other than the time frame? Ano bang bago sa ECQ?
Sa
Yung
ECQ,
GCQ
wala.
ang bago. Yung
Oh.
GCQ, yun ang bago. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. But sa
Yeah.
ECQ, before we get to the GCQ, dun sa ECQ, time frame lang ang binago. Walang additional
Bago rin
conditions.
no, yung naging selective geographic areas yung ECQ.
Nabawasan.
Kasi
Oh,
now
yung
not then,
Luzon.
yung hindi na yung entire Luzon
Yeah.
yung ECQ eh.
nabawasan.
Ngayon kasi you have Northern Luzon and the Cordilleras not included in ECQ. Naka-GCQ sila ngayon.
Tapos meron sila nung recheck. Di ba? Parang meron sila
Until April 30.
Parang ganyan.
Saka meron pa rin
So
enhanced
that's
lockdown.
one.
Oh, meron pa rin
Mm.
enhanced
And-
lockdown eh.
Tapos sa GCQ, meron ka ng paghihimay sa GCQ kung ano yung pwede, ano yung hindi. For example, yung phasing in ng industries at yung yung jobs, what
Yeah.
industries are allowed to how many percent doon sa GCQs. And as well, you also have yung what would be allowed in terms of mall operations, yung mga non-leisure operations ng papayagan.
Ang nakakapagtaka lang,
Konting
ang nakakapagtaka lang, yung GCQ, di ba dapat i-enforce yun sa buong Pilipinas outside of the high risk?
ECQ.
Di ba? Yung GCQ. Kasi parang feeling ko yun na yung standard eh. Kumbaga, yun dapat yung new normal. If you ask me, di ba, lagi kang nakamask, tapos at the very least, avoid crowded areas, yung mga ganun ba?
Baka yun ang
But,
model natin.
But Luchi, kasi the thing din with kasi ako I agree on the need for a quarantine. But yung the quarantine itself stands on shaky ground legally because there is no law that provides for the quarantine. Not even the Bayanihan Act provides for a quarantine. So when they file charges against people violating the quarantine, ang ginagamit nila is disobedience of persons of authority. It's in the revised penal code.
Yeah.
And number 2, yung RA 11332, yung reporting reporting on infectious diseases. It's a very broad provision which says yung non-cooperation of persons to report or respond to diseases or health events of public concern. It's very vague and very broad. So while I agree with the quarantine's need, it's standing on shaky ground.
And ang problema doon is kanina pinag-uusapan natin before we went on air, Luchi, yung implementation on ground level, especially at the level of the barangays. Everybody's now interpreting on their own kung sino ang pasaway, sino ang sumusunod, sinong nanggugulo. When I personally know somebody just today na she was complaining that her mother was taken to, ultimately sa presinto na sinundo yung nanay niya. And supposedly, the mom was just trying to give recommendations for a better flow of people in their market. And before she knew it, she was quote-unquote being arrested. Ayun, buti na lang, may happy ending naman. As far as I know, nakauwi na rin yung nanay. But that's the problem, I think, and yun yung binabanggit mo nga, Ed, when people don't know what the policy is, and local officials are implementing based on their own interpretation of, as you said, the shaky ground.
And sometimes in defiance of DILG. Kasi for example, yung mga lockdowns, ang sabi ni RJ Echeverry, yung USEC ng DILG just 2 days ago, at the very least, the barangays should have approval of lockdowns from their mayors. But we've interviewed at least 3 barangays that had lockdowns. Walang coordination with the mayor.
Yun na
Okay. Sige. Anyway, teka ba, let's get into this ECQ, GCQ, and how things are looking on the ground. You know, our first guest right now is Albay 2nd District Representative Joey Salceda. Congressman Salceda, welcome po to the Chiefs. Kong?
Yes,
Hi,
Ayun. Hi,
Yeah.
sir.
Good evening. Good evening.
Hi, Kong Joey.
Congressman, nasaan po ba kayo ngayon? Nasa ECQ ba kayo ngayon? O nasa GCQ kayo?
ECQ.
Enhance na.
Enhanced
Pending.
lockdown.
Enhanced na. We're speaking of Albay, I presume. Albay is under ECQ.
Opo.
Mm.
As we are triple threshold for an outbreak. So we are probably that's simply because we are tambakan ng virus. We are like a junction province, Sorsogon, Catanduanes, Tangsur, and then Masbate. They all converge here.
Okay,
Are
so
you satisfied with the May 15 deadline? Are you satisfied?
Because because it actually the extension are in units of 2 weeks because that is essentially the cycle of the virus.
Yeah.
At saka bakit 1 more week? Why the extension? Because several things. One, the minimum health standards are not yet being met in most of the areas. And especially, ano ba yung mga health standard, readability, and that basically means are we able to take care of the 60-year-old, 9 million of them, plus the 7 million with comorbidity per area, you look at it. And second, in terms of to test and treat, so isolation, para po kung, kasi imagine mo, biglang bumalik si virus, may kakayahan ba tayo? Yun basically minimum health standards. So sa ngayon po, mukhang kailangan pa natin we are going into the extension kasi we don't think that April 30 is too short with only 6 days. I think many areas, especially the red ones, do not have time of meeting those minimum health standards. The second probably would be siguro yung decrease of contacts. That basically is the Philippines has about 1.927 billion of human contacts every day. Because of ECQ, we were able to reduce that to only 400 million. So if you haven't tested and you haven't traced, and if you haven't, kumaga, hindi ka pwede pag-alagala sa kalye, magtago ka muna kasi nahanap pa namin yung kriminal. So kung bibiglayin mo yan, siyempre pag pinabuo sa Pacific Ocean, check po may makukuha kang isda. So malaki po ang risk na lalo baka magkaroon tayo ng second wave kasi ngayon, which will go later. Kasi ngayon kung baga isipin natin, parang nagpa-flatten na tayo in some areas nga mukhang we are pretty successful with the ECQ. And then lastly, which is the most important of them all, which is the good normal, basically do we have the capacity that it is pervasive and persistent na we have the yung ating pong mga good hygiene, personal hygiene. Are people washing their hands? Are people wearing face mask? Are people, in other words, these are the low-cost, non-pharmaceutical, non-medical interventions that we cannot do without. Kung bubuksan mo ekonomiya, you better be prepared na yung mga tao, at least hindi ho natin kailangan gumastos na malaki kung lahat po. Magsabon ka lang mukhang patay na ang virus Kaya kung masanay lang natin mga tao. So those are the minimum health interventions. Then we can go now into the status, geographic. One is the healthcare capacity, and second really is the whether it's in an acceleration or with deceleration, whether it is in an infancy or in the dying stage of the yung basically ang naging ang buong Pilipinas into 4. Yung red ones, CQ, yung mga orange at saka yung green. Sa ngayon yung green nilagay pa muna sa tinatawag natin GCQ, tapos yung orange at saka yung I'm missing it, probably yung orange. I
Yellow.
forgot the other one. 4. Yeah.
Kong?
No, wala siya.
Yes.
Yes.
Then
Yeah.
Yun. But kasi we've always known that you were pushing for an extension of the ECQ. So I suppose the question really is: are you satisfied with a 2-week extension of the ECQ, or would you think that that's too short an extension of the ECQ? And do you agree that some of the provinces in Luzon should also be taken out of the ECQ?
Tingnan mo, yung ECQ as it is was announced, that is 92%, 91%, 92% of all the infection. About 91% in Luzon, and then 10% of the population in Luzon. From a national perspective, it's about 55% in population, 88% in infection, and GDP, that's 72%. So, ang critical lang. So, do we have, recently, yes, I think, so that gives me comfort. Why, sabi ko nga, 15, yung pera natin, kailangan na po natin gamitin yung pera na inilalaan sa ayusin na natin to between 15.
Teka, nasasayang yung sinasabi ni Kong.
Yan ang ibig sabihin pag number si Kong, bagal.
Malabong signal. So, babalikan namin kayo para maayos ng tech yung signal nyo. Kasi ang dami yung sinasabi, nanghihinayang kami, hindi na maintindihan. Okay, we'll be back with you. Right?
Ano lang ako dyan?
Yun ang sinasabi ko, pag yung number si bumabagal yung signal.
Huwag ka muna umalis kasi ang dami mo bang sasabihin yun, no? Okay, babalik si Congressman Joey Salceda. Okay.
Bye.
Oh, di ba tama ako?
Tama ka saan? Sa
Pag
movie?
pag naglalabas ng number si Joey, bumabagal lahat, nagbabuffer lahat.
Hindi, kasi mabilis siya magsalita. Tapos galaw siya ng galaw.
Hi, Senator.
Okay.
Magandang gabi po, Senator.
Good evening, Senator.
Good evening po. Oh, ipapagrab namin tong video na to.
Yeah.
Para may picture kami with you.
Last month.
Ay, pakita yung audio. Ako nga.
Good evening, Senator.
Yan. Meron na akong shot.
Last 1 minute na. Patagdag pa ng 1 minute.
Umpisahan na natin si
We
Senator.
are on, aren't we? Are we on?
We are on air.
Yeah, we are.
Now we are on air.
Now here on air?
Senator, yes. Welcome back. Welcome to the Chief Senator.
1:30. Ano we are on air?
Nagagapa na.
Napapanood ko sa TV eh.
Napapanood daw ni Ami eh.
Saka nakalagay dito live.
Yeah.
Oh, so be careful what you say.
Or what you do.
Hindi ako tatayo, naka-shorts ako eh.
Kaya nakakatuwa mga ano natin ngayon. Nawala na tayo.
Ayan na.
Sige, may break na.
Hi.
May break.
Sir, can you hear us? Sir, Mr. Senator, can you hear us? Sir, dinig niyo kami, sir? Mr. Senator, dinig niyo kami?
Wala si Senator. So,
Wala.
kailangan mo siyang kausapin ulit.
So wala rin si Salceda?
Mamaya ibabalik si Salceda, Robbie. Si Sir Manny muna.
Pero dinig ba niya kami?
Ito, i-reconnect lang siya. I-reconnect.
Okay, sige.
Sa kanya.
Wala. Ayan, sumuko.
Ito, i-reconnect lang siya.
Oh, hindi ko makuha.
Isab?
Sandali lang Meng, paki-extend.
One step.
Last 110, Iran, sabihan mo ako kapag kailangan mag-add.
Meng, padagdag din.
Last one, ay,
Pa-out ako, Aaron.
Ay,
Yan.
wala. Senator, can you hear us?
Senator
Wala.
Manny, dinig nyo kami? Senator Manny? Senator Manny, dinig nyo po kami?
Wala tayong audio.
Nakamute na tayo? Hindi naman ako nakamute eh.
Hindi, siya ang wala.
Pa-refresh daw.
Sir?
Is he
Cellphone.
using his phone or is he using a computer? Baka he's using his phone.
Hindi. Hawak niya yung phone.
O baka sinasabay niya, kaya nawawala ng signal yung isa.
Oo, may computer. Oo.
Minsan
Oh,
pagsabay-sabay, di ba?
Tsaka, pagsabihan yung mga anak na wag muna mag-gaming at saka wag muna manood ng YouTube. Yung buong
O
bahay.
mag-Netflix?
Baka naka-Bluetooth.
Senator Manny, kung dinig nyo po kami, paki-refresh daw po yung site. Kung ano ibig sabihin, hindi ko alam. Pero paki-refresh daw po yung site.
Parang hindi ka niya
Hindi
naririnig.
ka naririnig.
Oo nga eh.
Yeah.
Aaron, baka kailangan i-text na lang ninyo si Senator. Kasi mukhang hindi kami naririnig eh.
Baka i-resend nyo yung link.
Yan, calling si Ivy.
Ayan.
Yeah, telepono
Ayan,
na.
yan.
Telepono na. Mga
Yan,
telepono
phone.
na. Phone na yan.
Ano, wala.
Ang sabi kanina ni Ruth Castello ng DTI, baka raw luwagan nila yung delivery services pati yung kung ano mga products ang pwedeng ipa-deliver kasi ngayon
that's
kasi essential
good.
goods lang eh.
Oh.
So
Ano,
baka
ano,
lawakan nila yung products that are available for delivery, like for example, kailangan ng
Like what?
clothes o kung ano-ano
Clothes?
down the line.
Essential
Well,
talaga yun.
Hindi.
Wag mo
Kahit hindi na
ko
masyadong
amuhin,
essential, wag lang leisure or luxury.
Ibig sabihin mo, dadating na naman ng Lazada dito sa bahay araw-araw.
Kaya syempre, sabi ko, Yusek, asking lang for a friend. Kailan luluwagan yung liquor ban?
Tayo hanggang Disyembre yun. Nasa Bangladesh.
Hindi, mabilis ang sagot niya eh. Ay, hindi po kami yan. Mga ordinansa ng LGU po yan.
Ganun ba?
Isa lang ba yun?
Oo, it's not in any proclamation or law. These are local ordinances. Kaya sa Makati, you can still buy.
IATF yun? Di ba
Ha?
sa IATF? It's part of the IATF rules, di ba?
Hindi yata. Even Harry Roque said the same thing.
Liquor ban.
Harry said the same thing. Harry said na it's up to the LGUs.
Ano ba?
Kaya sa Makati, ako yung supplier sa opisina eh. Ako yung dadala ng bote
Hindi
doon.
bawal dyan? Hindi bawal dyan?
Hindi. I buy it from Ministop o 7-Eleven.
Ang bawal lang naman bilhin, magbenta, di ba?
Hindi rin. Ay,
Sa
buy
bahay,
it na sa
bawal?
Ministop.
Oo,
Ay,
Bakit
ba-
sa
sa QC and Manila and Mandaluyong.
bawal magbenta.
Bawal
magbenta.
And I think transportation.
Bakit merong ganito? Liquor makers appeal for lifting of total ban on alcohol beverages.
Yeah.
Oh,
That
may
was what was asked of Harry Roque in a press briefing. Ang sagot ni Harry dyan, that's not up to us, it's up to the LGUs.
Nag-refresh na si Senator.
Senator, can you hear us? Kumuha ng
Senator
papel
Manny,
si Senator,
dinig niyo po kami.
Kumuha ng papel. Mukhang susulatan na lang tayo. Papakita na lang sa camera.
Ayan, narinig
Senator
mo.
Manny, dinig niyo kami.
Narinig tayo.
Senator, dinig niyo
Ayan.
po kami. Kung dinig niyo po kami, pa-thumbs up po. Dinig niyo po kami.
Kaso
Hindi
hindi
yata
natin ito naririnig.
siya naririnig.
Hindi,
Senator
hindi.
Manny, kung dinig niyo po kami, pa-thumbs up po. Thumbs up. Kung dinig niyo po kami. Yun, dinig tayo.
Kaya ang hindi natin
Oo.
naririnig.
Pero walang microphone. Wala kayong audio? Wala.
Siya ang hindi natin naririnig.
Senator, baka naka-mute ka?
Baka naka-mute.
Senator, baka naka-mute.
Hindi na raw siya naka-mute, sabi ni Aaron.
Hindi na nga eh.
Bakit kaya?
Although,
Pati ilaw
Senator, ano po, pa-audio test po, Senator, pakisalita po ng kaunti. Baka lang mahina yung
Wala.
pick up.
Wala talaga.
Wala talaga. Bakit kaya ganun?
Oo nga. Baka naman, Senator, baka sa phone nyo. Ay, hindi, naka-computer, no?
Earphones.
Senator, baka yung computer nyo, baka naka-mute. Is that a Mac?
Or you have to...
Baka yung F11.
Ay, teka.
Hindi. Pero nakokontrol nila, Aaron, dapat kung nakamute siya o hindi.
Yeah.
Sir, ano po?
And if
Sir.
he entered, he already opted in on the audio. He had to authorize the audio.
Sabagay. Yeah.
Mr. Senator, ano po kung cellphone po gamit nyo, isang finger po. Pag laptop ang gamit nyo, dalawang fingers po. Naka-cellphone. Cellphone tayo. Meron po bang nakakabit na na Bluetooth headset o wala? Pag one finger po, yes. Pag wala. Walang Bluetooth. Bakit kaya ganun?
Okay. Ganyan lang tayo, 1 and 2 parate. Senator, kung approve kayo sa ECQ, isang dali rin. Kung hindi kayo approve dalawa.
Bok, Joby, i-record mo nga ito usapang.
Gandang interview nun.
Yan ang magiging
Ano yun? Memeable. Pagka ganun ang interview natin kayo.
Sige.
Joby, i-record mo itong usapang ito.
Babalik.
Okay, balik daw muna kay Joey Salceda.
Cute ako.
Ayun, yun si Sir. Hi, Sir Joey.
Hi.
Sorry, we're back.
Ayan.
We're back.
Yeah, you're stuck with me.
Sir, pagandahan kayo ng wifi ni Senator Pacquiao eh. Sino ba to? Sino papasok?
Ako.
Okay, Ami.
Welcome back to this special edition of The Chiefs, and still with us is Albay Representative Joey Salceda. Congressman Salceda, welcome back, and we're still with Ed Lingao, Uchi Cruz, and Robbie Alampay. We were discussing, pasensya na po sa mga technology natin, siguro we have as part of our new normal. No? And Congressman, you were reported to have said na it would be irresponsible, it would be willful neglect. Kung tinapos natin yung ECQ by April 30, and at this point, we have not yet reached the point of justified confidence based on scientific, what we know, based on science. Can you expound more on this?
Simple lang po. Binigyan ka ng information, reasonable information, hindi mo ginawa yung reasonable action demanded by that reasonable information, which is really to extend it. And going back to what I'm saying na bakit po May 15? Kasi after May 15, baka gumamit na po tayo ng pera na dapat sana nilaan natin para po sa ating recovery phase. Kaya nga, kumbaga, I was sounding the alarm for us to take it very seriously. Kasi pag tinignan po yung chart, actually yung mas benign na po yung Metro Manila yung NCR.
Oh, really?
Yung outside Metro Manila po talaga ang, kumbaga, nagsushoot up. Except for the northern part, which is 1, CAR, and 3. So specifically that northern portion, because they are protected by mountains and they're protected by a river. So there's some form of geographical protection from as if na it was not part of the Luzon landmass. So pag tinignan mo po yan na so sa Metro Manila, you needed 15 days para you can hammer it. Ibaba mo to a level na hindi na po siya mas na pong pumutok ulit. And in short, kung hindi po to kasama po sa general cycle ng virus na talagang there is a second wave anyway, but at least it buys us more time. Second, outside Metro Manila, we really need to flatten it already. In short, nagkaroon po tayo ng pag tinignan mo po yung mga capacities, pati po yung mga testing, pati po yung, in other words, all the interventions were concentrated in Metro Manila because from the start, 80% naman. Pero ngayon it has fallen. In short, kumbaga dun po sa New York kay Cuomo, dati po New York City, and then suddenly it is the upstate that was actually shooting up. So that was the reason. That's why sabi ko, this early we should already say to everybody na let's do it more seriously, because pag sumunod ka naman po dun sa distancing o sa ECQ, then I think there will be less transmission and therefore less contact, and therefore less there will be less risk. That in other words, it gives us more space for managing the economy. Kasi at the end of the day, there will be no recovery unless we control the virus.
Sa nakikita nyo ngayon, Congressman, you think May 15 will be enough? Kasi marami nagsasabi after May 15, sobra-sobra na to. And you are an economist. Sa tingin nyo, makakaya na ekonomiya natin kung matuloy-tuloy pa yung ECQ na yan? Ang Albay is under ECQ, medyo matagal na. Metro Manila, kaya pa ba natin yun beyond, from what you're seeing now, our capabilities are being ramped up. Kaya natin na mag-ease man lang. Siguro kahit general quarantine lang ang Metro Manila, kaya na kaya yon after May 15?
Minimum health standard po talaga yan. Everything boils down to a minimum health standard. Once you meet them, buksan mo pa lahat yan, basta lahat po na magkasakit, ma-hospital mo na without jeopardizing the non-COVID patients, then I think that shows you. Pero bakit ka pa pupunta doon kung magagawa mo naman po ngayon on a preemptive and precautionary basis?
Yeah.
So, in answer to your question, one, dalawang pong aspects po dyan sinasabi ko mong kung kaya. Kaya pa po ng gobyerno i-sustain ang 87% of the population in terms of the budget. In other words, we raised 189 billion from savings from the 2020 kasi nabutan naman tayo January, February pa lang. And then second, we had from the GOCC 175, so we had 350. And thus far, nare-release pa naman dyan. In other words, the actual cash, although we budgeted for 350, but the actual cash out is still at about 160. Isa sa out of the 352 is really billion to improve the health capacity. On second, with respect to the economy, definitely I'm seeing that by the second quarter, this quarter, where we were likely to see a recession of 9.6%, one of the steepest in Marcos since 1983 to 86, o ba yung 86, the first quarter of 86. And then we might be negative 1.8 for the full year of 2020.
Oh, wow.
Hopefully we can recover 2.5 next year. Yung buong mundo naman po mas recessionary kaysa atin kasi unang-una we are at some disadvantage except probably for Vietnam or Thailand. But outside those two countries, we are probably advanced because our debt to GDP is one of the lowest, 41, better than Vietnam. Our forex debt to GDP is 23, the lowest, I think, in this part of the world. Our forex reserve are still healthy. If we want to go for growth, then you need dollars. And then our monetary space, we have really 842 billion. That is why maski po yung ating there's money, there's liquidity. So you're not seeing all those kumbaga, kita mo kumbaga kung gano'n na inipit mo, sigurado by now may mga nalalaglag na o nalalagas na. And if you look at our the pricing of our credit, it's 379 basis points over 10-year U.S. Treasury notes, which is probably very favorable compared to other countries, which is between 11 to 12%. So, binigyan tayo ng kakayahan, kaya itodo na po natin para po mas mapasiguro na pag na-control natin ng virus, hindi lang makontrol, kundi magkaroon tayo ng health capacity or minimum health standards so we can go for growth. Kasi lahat ng bagay na to boils down to minimum health standards.
Pero kung yung
does
negative
new normal
1.8
look
po
like,
na GDP is
Okay.
Actually,
Yeah, the 1.8 growth. What will that look like? What industries will be hardest hit? What kind of adjustments will the citizen have to make, the ordinary citizen?
Dalawang bagay po. The two most permanent structural impact, negative impact would be one, it's really on travel and tourism. Sa ibang countries po, kitang-kita mo na pinabayaan na ng mga gobyerno yung kanila po mga airlines. I don't know whether we want to make that choice. Second, yung mga hotels, I think even motels, general travel, and then yung restaurants, especially yung mga specialty, yung hindi po alam kung paano ang kanilang social distancing. And then the second big chunk would be OFW. We expect 430,000 really OFW returnees this year. Not just within the ECQ, but especially after the ECQ. Marami po tayo expected. So that's about 25% of our total aggregate, 25% of our OFW remittances. So that's a big chunk of our demand. So our best way to describe what is a negative 1.8, that's about 420,000. That's about 400,000 jobs. So
that's a major recession that we're looking at. How long will that last?
Kaya natin mag-recover next year ng 3%, pero hindi V-shape. Kasi isa lang naman po ang hindi natin pwedeng ma-restore kagad yung mga outside, yung tinatawag nating external demand. So po yung, although makikita mo po yung BPOs na are they operating at 60% capacity utilization, surprisingly. Second, I think even our gaming is doing well. I'm not saying these are big bright spots, but ang kailangan lang po talaga natin is it is what we do in response, which is really which boils down to yung stimulus package natin.
Yes,
So,
Congressman, yesterday po, we were speaking of stimulus, yesterday we were talking about the public sector and public works in general. What will be the impact and what are the implications or probably even the opportunities for public works infrastructure?
Unang-una, dalawang klase po yan. Yung domestic at saka po yung ODA. Yung ODA naman, nasa interest po ng Japan at saka ng China. Meron silang external demand for their, kasi lahat naman yan, hindi pera binibigay, kundi mga goods. Mga rolling stock, mga relays, mga yung mga pambutas ng ground, yung kanila may equipment. So, basically, we expect the build to, except for the ECQ, wherein there's social distancing, once we are getting to a post-ECG, I think by September or October, we might be able to restore it to some pwede natin ibalik po. So, in short, we've lost 2 quarters in terms of the build. Now, the domestic infrastructure, I think that is the biggest mistake we can make if we don't ramp it up. So if you look at the stimulus package of Congress, I think we are having enhanced bill of about 650 billion rolled out into 250, 200, 200, and basically the 250 is for health investments, and of course yung ating pong mga schools para po makapag-social distance by essentially giving them more capacity in terms of study from home na possibilities. So we have an enhanced BBB, that's the softer kind, but that essentially provides for yung kasi in terms of laptops, in terms of although you can call that consumables, but in general a national broadband. So instead of reducing it, we're actually increasing it next year.
Okay.
Pero kung
Okay.
yung negative 1.8 po are premised on what? Lifting the ECQ after May 15, or are you making allowances for extending it for another 15 days? Kasi I mean, I would suppose kahit ang 15 days extension plus 15 days extension would have a big impact on growth.
Ang Pilipino talaga resilient eh. Pero actually, we're only second to Wuhan in terms of the forcefulness of the lockdowns.
ECQ. Yeah.
Yes, the ECQ, that's one of the most forceful in the world.
And you're saying this is a good thing. Are you praising us in that sense?
Because I don't see people, rolling dead on the streets. So basically, we are able to have our extended families as being able to sustain. In other words, there is such a thing as community savings. So yung iba, yung lowest 10% kasi negative kagad ang savings niyan. Pero pagdating mo decile 3, 4, 5, 6, there starts to be some form of a saving, except that baka inubos ng Christmas, wala pa sila ngayon January, February. That's why pumasok po yung social amelioration. Yung social amelioration naman is able to provide for 87% of the population, and you can compute how much they need every day for food, etc. So we're down to it anyway. And then we postpone all the other liabilities essentially through all the moratoriums. This kind of orderly way of an orderly resolution of our typical household financial management. So basically we've done, I think, hindi naman siya excellent kasi katulad ng SAC, dahil wala tayong ID, kahapon tinignan yung sa Bicol, nasa 60% pa lang po yung rollout. Dito mismo sa bayan ko ngayon lang po nagsimula. Kaya po mukhang we need to go back, we need to really strengthen our social technology after. So,
Okay.
pero let me go back. Yes.
Okay. Congressman Joey Salceda of Albay, always interesting, and thank you for your insights. We will
Salamat
get in
po.
touch with you again. Magpapa-update po kami kung ano nangyayari sa Albay. I will just pause for a break. Don't go away. The chiefs will be back. Okay na si Senator Manny. Senator, okay na tayo, Senator? Hindi namin naririnig yung audio pa rin. Wala pa rin audio. Oh, yun. May
Oh,
earbuds.
naka-buds na siya.
Oo.
Naka-earbuds na siya.
Bakit
So
wala
you
pa?
can hear us. You can
Oh.
hear us, Senator, no?
Yeah, he can hear us.
But we can't hear him pa rin.
Hindi siya
Yeah.
nakakaano. Hindi
Sen, dinig po nyo kami, no? Dinig nyo kami, Senator? Yeah, okay, dinig tayo.
Malinaw.
Hindi lang siya nakakaano.
Hindi marinig. Paano kaya to? Sorry sir, medyo masalimuot ang problema tayo.
Yes, interview.
Ganun na lang, ganun.
Interview. Yan ang new normal namin.
Senator, buksan mo kaya TV mo. May signal ka ba?
Yan ang magiging ano natin. Yan ang magiging new normal.
Total off the air pa naman tayo. Senator number 1 kung smart, number 2 kung globe.
Oh,
Ano ba?
huli natin.
Oh, smart now, smart.
Patay tayo dyan. Patay
Yung
tayo
normal
dyan.
interview, yes. Oh, yes.
Hindi, pero ano magandang connection ni Senator kasi walang walang buffering eh.
Oh,
Ang ganda ng video eh. Oh.
Oo,
Klaro.
sa video maganda eh. Ang unang babagsak
tama,
dapat yan yung
tama.
video pag mabagal eh.
Tama. Hindi kasalanan ng smart yan. Hindi kasalanan ng smart.
Sip-sip. Okay.
smart ba? Smart.
Smart. Number 1 daw. Number 1.
Hmm.
Teka,
Pero
paano nga ba yun?
si Sen, dinig tayo ni Senator eh. So paano kaya yan?
Siya ang hindi natin marinig. So,
Dapat
studio, baka kayo ang may diferensya. Studio?
Ayan.
Yeah, studio.
Magmimim
Yun,
yan. Magmimim yan si LCB. Sabi kay Senator Pacquiao, baka kayo may diferensya. Pagka
Hindi
nag-meme yan.
studio, sabi ko. Uy, sabi ka ba? Huwag ka maniwala dyan kay Robby. Laging nag-minisquote
Mag-meme.
yan.
Kaya ganyan magiging
Hmm.
ganon. Susulat siya.
Iron,
Ganun na lang.
walang follow sa inyo at all. Baka mamaya mahina lang yung audio. Parang yung kay kay Mahar nung isang gabi, mahina lang ang audio niya.
Reaction. Kay Tony Reaction din, mahina. Baka pwedeng itaas yung volume niya.
Baka mamaya meron talagang audio pero mahina lang talaga yung pickup. Kasi
Oh.
'di ba, yung kay kay Mahar mahina yung pickup.
Na.
I hope this will not be our new normal.
Oo nga eh. New normal pa naman yung bill niya.
Yeah.
Ano kaya gawin natin?
Yun na nga,
Sen,
sign.
Sen, naka-cellphone po kayo, 'di ba? Cellphone 'yan.
Hindi.
No, cellphone.
Cellphone.
Ano ba?
Cellphone.
Magpo-phone
Nag-restart ho ba kayo kanina nung naputol tayo? Nag-restart ho ba kayo ng phone? O hindi po? Nag-restart. So hindi siya restarting issue.
Pwede ba siyang telephone, mag-phone patch
Paano
na
kaya
lang
to?
habang nakikita yung audio niya, yung video niya.
Ay, tama.
Oh, bigyan siya ng ibang phone para mag-phone patch na lang tayo. Tapos nakikita yung video niya at the same time.
Pwede, di ba?
Gano'n na lang. Para
Ano?
magkaibigan na tayo.
Ron. Pwede ba yun, Aaron?
Gano'n na lang.
Teka, i-message si Aaron.
Mag-feedback
Teka.
daw.
Ano yung feedback?
Hindi, pero naka-earphones naman siya eh.
Yeah.
So walang audible except dun sa
Sayang, kanina pa siya nakabang ha.
Ayan.
DJMP na muna. Mr. Solda, can you hear? Ayun, you niya, oh.
Yes, Miss Ana.
Yeah, can you can hear us and now you can see us.
Opo, ma'am.
Oh, siya nakahanda na siya.
Bakit
Hindi,
siya?
Okay. Game
Walang-
tayo.
Actually,
Teka lang.
ma'am, tinest ko lang din po kasi last time, yung nag-interview sila, Sir Ed.
Ay, oo.
Wala din ako
Oy,
eh.
si Sir Solda. Sir,
Opo.
yun.
Kaya tinest ko po muna kasi baka
Oo,
ano
siya,
na naman
okay.
Opo.
Binibiro kasi namin nung isang gabi na bagay siya sa BJP kasi palta mo lang yung isang letra doon sa pangalan niya, Zelda na eh.
Yes. Yes, sir.
Biro lang yung sir.
Ito siguro
Handa na po
pinili
tayo,
ko, sir,
30 seconds
after
po.
PNP.
Ma'am Lucy ko po intro.
Okay. And welcome back to the Chiefs. This time we will be joined by the spokesperson of the BJMP, or the Bureau of Jail Management and Penology, Chief Inspector Xavier Solda. Welcome to the Chiefs.
Yes, Ma'am Lucy, Sir Ed, Sir Robbie, and Miss Ana, magandang gabi po. At sa mga
Okay.
nakasabay sa atin.
Magandang gabi po sa inyo. Ngayon, bigyan niyo muna kami ng situationer sa nangyayari sa mga preso ngayon. Kumusta
Okay.
na po?
Okay, Ma'am Lucy, we have two concerned facilities sa ngayon. Itong Quezon City Jail Male Dormitory at yung Cebu City Jail, I think the other day, no? Na lumabas na rin yung resulta ng mga COVID-19 positive. Dito po sa
Okay.
Quezon City Jail Male Dormitory, meron po tayong 9 na positive cases. At
Okay.
just this evening, I received an update from Dr. Ilanan, the designated spokesperson in Region 7, and I was told na meron po tayong 126 cases. So all in all, meron na po tayong 135 cases dito sa Cebu City Jail at sa Quezon City Jail.
So dalawang jails yon, no? But what population is at risk? Gaano kalaki yung pwede pang mahawa? Halimbawa, ano bang number of prisoners sa QC, tsaka ano yung sa Cebu?
Well, dito sa Quezon City, ma'am, no, as early as March 20, no, nung naka-total jail lockdown na rin po tayo, nag-start na rin kami ng reverse isolation dyan sa facility na yan, hanggang doon sa nagkaroon tayo ng isang possible case, ma'am, at na-i-isolate na po natin. So that alone, in effect, could prevent the further spread of the COVID-19 virus. At hanggang sa ngayon nga po, no, patuloy na bumubuti yung siyam, while there were other 24 na na-isolate na rin natin kaagad after the contact tracing that we did. Nandun na rin sila sa COVID Isolation Center natin sa New Quezon City Jail sa Payatas. As to the situation naman po dito sa Cebu City Jail, yes, we have around 5,000 PDLs po na nakadetining ngayon dyan. And we are glad that the management of the facility, immediately after they've learned and received the information that there's a possible case, nag-isolate na rin po sila kaagad. Fortunately, we have... Yes,
sorry,
yes,
Mr. Solda, I mean, apart from yung intervention natin to isolate, the reality is these are very congested jails and facilities. May mga recommendation po na luwagan, and among the recommendations is baka naman, these are jails, these are some people still waiting for trial, they're not necessarily convicted, baka naman pwedeng meron tayong mga interventions para luwagan talaga, including temporary release of some eligible prisoners. Ano pong position ng BJMP dito sa mga recommendations and mga suggestions na ganito?
Well, as far as the BGMP is concerned, we fully support any move to decongest our facilities. It's just that the BGMP's mandate is basically on safekeeping and development. For custodial duties lamang po kami. Our action towards the release of PDL under our care is dependent only to the orders coming from the court. So kung ano po ang ipag-uutos sa amin ng korte, yun naman po ang aming susundin. Yes, opo. At may mga iba pang contentious issues nga dito, Sir Rob, Mr. Chi. Kasi sasabi nila na temporarily ma-release muna itong mga PDL. The issues there is actually, una, bukod dun sa we are dependent sa orders from the court. Pangalawa, how can we assure that these people who are making the petition assure the public na once this temporary release PDL is babalik din. And second, gaano din pa kasiguro itong grupo na ito na kapag lumabas itong mga PDL na ito ay hindi sila magkakaroon, no, ng COVID-19 sa labas. At isa pang issue dyan, gaano rin po kasiguro na hindi na ito gagawa ng any possible violation of the law. Yes, that's correct, ma'am. And isa pa pong tinitingnan natin, sa batas po kasi natin, dalawa po yan no? Yung aggrieved party at yung nag-violate ng batas. So paano din naman, no? Yung aggrieved party. So I think the good lawyers of the PDL have made their position before the court, and it's up to the court to resolve the issue.
In-explore ba yung paglipat sa kanila dun sa mga temporary na facilities ngayon? Halimbawa, yung mga barko, yung mga sa Rizal Stadium, parang kumbaga, meron bang ganong option pag dumami?
Well, as far as the BGMP is concerned, ma'am, una, if as I've said po, we are only dependent on the orders of the court. Pero kung papayagan po yan, should there be a big number already, definitely po, yun po ang gagawin natin. Currently, like sa case po na Cebu City Jail, we have 126 PDL who got infected, and we have a facility that can accommodate at least 2,000
Wow,
individuals.
okay.
Opo, dun sa New Quezon City Jail natin. That goes the same with the Quezon City Jail. Kasi sa Cebu, kung meron silang 2,000 available for 2,000 PDL available facility, dito naman po sa Quezon City Jail, dun sa COVID Isolation Center, meron pong 48, that's good for 48 individuals, pero meron po tayong 10 selda na pwede din mag-accommodate ng additional na 100. So these are the options currently for these two facilities.
Pero fully equipped ba yung mga yon?
Yes, that's correct, ma'am. For these facilities na like dito po sa COVID Isolation Center, meron po tayong medical tents dyan, meron po tayong mga medical equipments na kakailanganin, except po for severe symptoms, and definitely they have to be brought in the hospital for more focused medical attention at mas kompletong kagamitan. Kasi po,
But
yung ating existing facility natin is for mild symptoms and for isolation.
But going to your concerns, Mr. Solda, is it possible to categorize the people in the jails? Because again, one of the premise here is maraming tao, sa jail pa lang, hindi na makalabas. They're there for years, despite the fact that they've only been charged. And despite the fact na halo-halo na yung mga charges, is it possible at the very least to categorize them from the more serious accusations to the ones na hindi naman ganun kabigat?
Yes, Sir Rob, actually, I'll cite a case. Halimbawa po, we have Manila City Jail, the biggest facility in terms of jail population dito sa buong Metro Manila. They have more than 5,000 PDL. Citing yung ating categorization sa mga PDL natin pagdating sa low risk, yung mga elderly na, we have doon sa total jail population nung kinasify po natin, 12 lamang po yung maka-qualify. Despite na low risk itong mga PDL natin, meron din sila pang ibang pending cases, hindi lamang naman po yung mga hindi lamang
original
po yung
cases
kaso nila. Yes, original cases nila. Kahit na light offenses yun, meron pa silang ibang kaso na naka-file sa korte. So these are some of the concerns na dapat din po nating maunawaan.
So ulitin ko lang yun. So you're saying that after i-apply lahat ng criterion, 12 lang ang papasa doon sa strict categorization na sinasabi nyo. Yung pagsala nyo, 12 lang ang natirang qualified?
Yes, that's correct, Sir Rob. Ito, isa lamang pong jail ito sa Manila City Jail. Yan na po ang pinakamalaking facility natin sa NCR. Ngayon, kung titingnan po natin siya sa kabuuan, nationwide, we try to check ilan ba yung mga elderly, ilan ba yung mga light offenses lang dito. Umabot siya ng around 3,800. Ito po na yung total na jail population natin. So kung nationwide, currently meron po tayong 134,000. So we have 468 facilities nationwide. So sa 468 na yan, meron po tayong around 3,800. So we will do the math. Somehow, makakatulong din siya. But as to the impact, yes, doon sa buhay na mismo ng mga PDL na yon. But overall sa congestion po, minimal talaga yung magiging impact niya.
Okay.
Well, Major Solda, question lang po. Dun sa, kasi we've talked about yung mga infected na saan sila ilalagay. Pero there's also some concern dun sa how far yung infection doon sa, for example, yung Cebu City Jail, kung how far na umabot. Kasi when we talked to Mayor Labella the other day, ang sabi niya, yung 126 cases na nag-positive, That's out of 200 that they tested randomly, walang symptoms. So lumalabas doon at least mga 60% doon sa parang random test na ginawa nila doon sa mga detainees doon sa Cebu City Jail. 60% sa kanila nag-positive pala na walang symptoms o very mild ang symptoms na hindi mo mapapansin. So baka mamaya out of the I don't know, ilang thousand ba yung nasa Cebu City Jail, baka mamaya kalahati, maybe even up to 60% if you follow this ratio, ang may sakit pala na hindi natin alam.
Well, that's a very good point, no, Sir Ed. And that's what we exactly doing doon sa Cebu City Jail. In fact, sa statement no ni Dr. Ilanan just this evening, they continue doing the contact tracing doon sa facility, and the best thing para malaman talaga natin ito is to really test yung iba pang mga PDL they have that they suspected no nagkaroon ng contact doon sa mga naunang positive cases.
Well, meron nga ba kayong enough facilities kung sakaling lumabas sa mga testing ngayon na marami palang positive na asymptomatic? Will you have enough? Kasi 4,000 lang kamo sa QC, no? But the general population of PDLs, ang dami nun, di ba?
That's correct, Ma'am Lucy. Kaya nga, as to the facility, no, doon sa mga, lahat po kasi ng jail facilities natin, they were directed to have an isolation area within the facility. Ngayon, doon po sa mga malalaking facilities natin, we're starting to put up no yung mga COVID isolation centers. Isa na dyan sa New Payatas, yung ating COVID isolation center in partnership with the ICRC and PRC. We also have dyan sa Central Luzon and sa Calabarzon. But more than preparing these facilities, should there be a rise on the number of COVID-19 cases, kailangan din natin kasi dito, Ma'am Lucy, is we have to strategize on how we're going to strengthen yung mga precautionary measures natin sa mga jail facilities natin, including yung mga protocols na nilatag ng Department of Health, which we strictly follow. Kasi doon lang naman talaga naka-anchor yan, particularly on the detection of the possible cases, on isolation, treatment, and of course, after the treatment, hopefully, dun sa full recovery for their eventual reintegration.
So in terms of the maintenance, no, do you have enough water, enough faucets, enough bathrooms, enough everything, no? Kasi they have to keep washing hands. Ang dami nun.
That's
Do you have
correct
enough
po.
of that?
Yes,
Yeah.
that's correct, Ma'am Lucy. Part of the precautionary measures that we keep on reminding our PDL, particularly during day-to-day dialogues natin, is yung hand washing, yung pag-observe no, ng proper hygiene sa mga jail facilities natin. Doon sa mga facilities naman natin, the PDL themselves has their system, kung paano po ang gagawin nila, lalo na sa paliligo, kasi hindi naman po talaga lahat ng mga jail facilities natin, tag-iisa po ang mga bathrooms nila. Opo, kaya kailangan talaga schedule per cell, per group, no? Ganun po ang ginagawa natin. May sistema na po yan. As to the constant reminders sa mga PDL mo natin, we are conducting a regular dialogue with them. Ini-explain natin kung anong sitwasyon. Ang maganda po dito, Ma'am Lucy, since day one, we are transparent with the situation because they have access sa media, TV, news, radio, and we are also having a regular dialogue. We are sharing what are the latest advisories from the headquarters and the advices from the local authorities.
Inspector,
Yeah, go ahead.
meron kayong mga facilities, but do you have enough health workers? Kasi under normal circumstances, para pa yung congestion nyo, talagang napakahirap ng health personnel ng jails and even the corrections na malaki na nga yung facilities nila. In fact, kailangan pa ninyong dalhin sa private hospital yung mga pasyente nyo. Paano na yan? Nagkadikit-dikit na sila dyan. I mean, do you have the capability? May testing ba kayo? Kaya nyo ba talaga mag-isolate? Kasi nagkakaproblema ngayon. In Cebu City, yung number nila ng cases sa jails ninyo, yun yung pinakamalaki actually number sa Cebu ng cases ng COVID. So yun ang pinoproblema ngayon ng Cebu. So meron talaga tayong capability. Do you have the personnel and do you have the capability to prevent the further spread?
We have the capability, ma'am, pero very limited. No, we must admit that. In fact, sa Cebu City, we have to rely on the support ng local government unit, pati na rin po no, ng DOH Region 7, and we are very thankful sa suporta na ine-extend po nila sa mga BGMP facilities natin. Kasi halimbawa po, dyan sa Cebu City Jail mismo, isang doktor lang po natin ang nagjo-duty dyan, and he's being supported also with doctors no, from the local epidemiology unit. And same with the attending nurses. Kaya nga po, yung ating mga personnel, no, nagpapasalamat ako at nagsisipag sila, doble kayod sila para lang mabantayan at ma-monitor yung health situation doon in support of the medical professionals from the local government unit at saka ng Department of Health Region 7.
Okay, last na lang, Mr. Soldano. Sa inyo pa rin ba yung mga hinuhuli ngayon na nagva-violate ng ECQ?
Ma'am, it's not under the BGMP.
Okay.
After the arrest, ma'am, dinidiretso po yan sila sa mga lock-up facilities natin. But if they have been issued with appropriate court orders, and definitely, ita-transfer po talaga sa atin yan. But ang kailangan lang talaga is ma-apply din namin because we also have our own protocol on that.
Okay.
Okay. Chief Inspector Xavier Solda, spokesperson for the BJMP, maraming salamat po for joining us. Please don't go away. The Chiefs will be right back. Sinong babalik? Ako ba? Okay.
Wala na si Senator, si Manny Pacquiao.
Sayang naman.
Oo nga.
Ano ba to? Manchester Amateur Choral Competition? Choral. Anong pronunciation?
Oral po, oral.
Choral ba yan? Or
Oral, walang E.
Oral competition.
choral? Choral competition. Okay.
Oral. Sayang naman yung kay Manny Pacquiao.
Oo nga.
Ano, baka daw kasi
Masaya.
iPhone ang gamit.
Masaya sana kung nag-hand signal na lang tayo.
Oo nga, sana.
Puro yes or no lang ang tanong.
Ano kayang diferensya, no? That's so
Baka kasi
weird.
naka-iPhone siya dahil ang iPhone, Safari ang default browser. Kailangan mo Chrome.
Ganun ba?
Oh, di mag-install siya ng Chrome. Ang
Yeah,
dali.
you have to download Chrome. So baka hindi pa siya nakapag-download ng Chrome or nila pa na mag-coordinate.
30, ano? Ano yan? 30 seconds? Ano yan?
30 minutes.
Hindi. Nagpapaliwanag lang.
30 minutes po download ng Chrome. Ganun katagal? Really? Wow.
Hello, Mr. Berwin.
Hello.
I know that here you can see us.
Hello.
Hello po.
Ano oras dyan? Tanghali ba dyan ngayon? Hapon?
7 hours po ang pagitan natin. So, alas 2:15 na po dito.
Afternoon, no?
Na-
Afternoon. Anong temperature dyan ngayon? Very cold? Hindi na?
Hindi na po masyado. Maaraw po ngayon sa labas.
Sir, linawin ko lang. Are you based there?
Sorry, wait.
Base 1 po. Opo.
Hindi. You're based in the UK?
Based in the UK po. Sa
I see.
Manchester mismo.
Tapos may yung Haraya Choir is a Filipino choir in the UK.
Opo.
I see.
So, iba-iba po kaming iba-iba kaming place. So, ako nasa Islao ako, which is southeast ng London.
Ayan.
Hello, Ma'am Lucy, Ma'am Ami, Mr. Eden Ferrovi. Nice to meet you.
Saan naman kayo naka-base, Viet? Lahat ba kayo Manchester?
Hindi
Hindi po. Ako po ay sa London, sa may southwest London po. Opo.
Okay.
Yung Manchester, saan banda yun? Sorry, wala akong wala akong sense of
Manchester is
Northwest
Somewhere
of
in the
London.
UK.
North.
Northwest po, yes.
Doon po kami
Kung kumbaga kung yung London ay Maynila, yung Manchester ay nasa Banawe o Papanayan?
Pataas po, pataas.
Pataas malayo.
Hindi ganong kalayo. Hindi ganong kalayo.
Okay.
Mga tipong
Parang Novaliches.
parang Tarlac, ganyan.
Yeah, dear. Welcome back, the Chiefs. We are now in the final stages of our conversation and are now joined by two members of the Haraya Choir. The choir recently won at the Manchester Amateur Choral Competition. Joining us from London and from Manchester are Mr. Berwin Go and Mr. Vit Eliazar, and they're both nurses based in the UK. Mr. Go and Mr. Eliazar, welcome po to the Chiefs.
Thank you for having us here.
And congratulations.
Thank you po.
Congratulations on your win. Yes. Alam ang sitwasyon ng mga nurses natin dyan and our health professionals. Napakaraming Pilipino dyan, about 200,000.
Yes po, sobrang dami po talaga.
Piers Morgan, ha?
Yes po.
Galing.
Napanood po namin yun.
Kumusta ang sitwasyon ng mga Pilipino in the UK?
So para pong Pilipinas, we are also in a lockdown po. So as frontliners, so we just we go to work and then go home and then just go out to buy our essential goods. Very challenging po yung situation sa ngayon sa mga hospital po dito across the UK. Like, kunyari po yung mga wards po namin, kinonvert na po namin into COVID wards kasi napakadami pong cases po talaga dito ng COVID. Almost 130,000+ na po.
Marami kasi elderly dyan no?
Yes po, sobrang daming elderly.
Yeah.
Yes. Tapos yung ICU po namin, na-overwhelmed na po, so we have to extend the ICU to other units. And then obviously mga staff po have been changing roles. So like ako po, na-deploy ako sa ICU, which I'm not really trained at.
I see. Okay.
Kailangan po, parang nagkaroon lang po kami ng crash course for a day.
Yes.
So nakabigla po initially, pero we have to move on and work together. Yun po.
Okay.
Pero Vit, meron na bang
nurse dyan? Gaano karami ang mga Filipino nurse dyan?
According to statistics po, 19,000 ang healthcare professionals natin dito sa UK at around 13,000 are nurses.
Pero sa hospital mo, halimbawa, ilan kayong mga Pinoy?
Marami po kami. More than 300 po kami. And recently, may mga bagong dating po na mga nurses.
That's true.
So, yung iba nga po
Vit and
actually in the unit I work, 90% po kami Pinoy.
Wow! Ganun karami!
Yes, sobrang dami po talaga.
Grabe. So, teka muna. So, go ahead, Robbie.
Yeah, itong Haraya Choir na nanalo, na-intriga ako dito. These are all nurses as well?
24 members po kami ngayon. Sa 24 na yon, 21 po are healthcare professionals. At karamihan po doon are nurses. So 21 po frontliners talaga sa amin.
Okay, and tell us about this Manchester Amateur Choral Competition na linampasan niyo raw lahat ng kalaban ko.
Okay,
anong ginanta nyo? Yun ang tanong.
Ayan. So basically, 3 years pa lang po kami dito sa UK since na-establish kami ng choir master namin si Carlene Moreno Hayworth. And we've been doing concerts po from time to time in big venues. And then suddenly biglang nag-click sa amin, why not we join this amateur choral competition? Let's try our luck. So let's see what we can do. So obviously nag-rehearse po kami very yung rehearsal namin every week kasi lalo na po busy kami, so we have to make time talaga. And then there are other 15 choirs across the UK who competed.
Wow!
And then fortunately we won.
Okay.
Teka muna, pakinggan natin.
Teka muna, may video bago tayo maubusan ng oras, sinasabi ng producer, may video raw tayo nung kanilang winning performance. Silipin naman natin yung kanilang pwede pasilip naman dyan.
Roll video.
Hindi siya marinig.
Ang galing.
Ganda.
This place, you'll feel there's no hurt or sorrow.
Wow.
Always to get there if you care enough for the living.
Make a little space, make a better place.
Make it a better place for you and for me and the entire human race. There are people make a better place for you and for me.
Ang galing!
Ganda.
Thank you po. Thank you.
Ganda.
Uy, grabe, ang galing mo.
Hindi.
Pwede na kayong mag-West End.
Oo.
Oh,
Lucy, bakit hindi mo napansin, Lucy? Actually, hindi nyo napansin. Wala sa camera, pero sumabay ako doon. Hindi nyo lang napansin.
Sino nag-compose
buti
to?
naman, hindi namin
Buti lang, hindi nga napansin.
Sino?
Baka pwedeng pasample tayo sa kanilang dalawa na live. Kasi yung kanina kasi parang ano eh. Yung kanina kasi parang ano eh, hindi ganoon kaganda yung ano, yung audio dahil ano, yung I suppose parang incidental yung ano, yung
signal.
Oo.
Oh.
Baka it's better if we hear them now, right now, live.
Sige nga, pwede.
Kaya ba, sir?
Sige. Sasabayan kayo ni Ed. Sasabayan kayo ni Ed.
Wag na.
Kuhanin ko na gitara ko.
Pwede wag na sumabay ang mga chiefs. Wag na.
Ano akong body ko eh.
Ayun, handa pala si Berwin eh.
Ayun, nagulat.
Kanta po tayo sa chorus.
Okay, Berwin.
Mag-mute na ako.
Okay, ready. Heal the world, make it a better place for you and for me and the entire human race. People dying, make it better for the living, make a better place for you and for me.
Sorry po sa lag.
Pansinin nyo, yung producers, minute yung ating mga microphone.
Dapat lang. Tama yun.
Nakarata kami sa inyo.
Pinapaperform ba yun sa inyo sa UK? May ibang show na ba kayo na nag-appear? Meron bang ini-invite ba kayo to play it? It's a very nice song, ah.
Yeah.
Ini-invite ba kayo to play it?
And it's very meaningful and appropriate eh.
Oo nga
For the times.
Actually po, that song, we sang it last December concert in Earl's Court, London. So we had a concert, we sang it. So parang appropriate din po na alam namin yung song and then this pandemic came. And then we just want to make a song like, di ba, lumalagana po ngayon yung virtual choir online. So since, why not do this as well? And then appropriate po talaga yung song, parang relaying the message of positivity, hope, and love to everyone.
The video that we played kanina, when did you guys do that? And where can people find that now? Kasi, I mean, it's something I'm sure a lot of people want to watch it.
Yeah.
Yes po. So it's uploaded po in our FB, Facebook page, which is the Haraya Choir. So you can access din po through that and then share it if you want.
Yeah. Teka, anong gantimpala nyo?
Doon po sa contest. Isa pong malaking trophy.
Ang galing. So sino nagtatago nun?
Ang aming choir master na si Carlin po.
I see. So, paano pa kayo nagkakaroon ng oras na mag-rehearse, magkita-kita? Paano?
At the moment po ay
wala.
Dahil sa social distancing ay through ano lang po muna video. Actually Actually sa Monday meron kaming tawag nito gathering sa online.
Magkakantahan kayo? Magkakantahan din kayo. Ganon.
Hopefully, mayroon konti kasi nakakamiss din yung kantahan. Every
Yes.
Monday nagkikita-kita po
Alam
kami.
ko na, sa Monday, isang episode natin silang kumakanta lang.
Oo nga eh. Pwede bang yun na lang?
Bawal sumubay, ah.
So,
Hindi,
ano
para
sila?
marinig ka ng mga kababayan natin, di ba? Ay, para
Yeah,
marinig ka ng mga
yeah.
kababayan natin.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. Yeah. So, teka muna, may mga doktor ba doon sa grupo ninyo?
Wala po kaming doktor. Mostly po nurses.
Eh, yung
Mayroong,
tatlo na hindi medical worker, ano sila? Anong ginagawa nila?
mayroon pong engineer.
Oh,
Mayroon po sa IT.
okay.
Yeah. So,
So, walang broadcaster wala.
wala
Wala
po.
po.
Ilintay kay Lucci, si Lucci kasi singer yan eh. Baka mamaya mag-volunteer.
Open for audition po kami.
Open for all.
Wow, grabe. Kailangan ba may British accent na para maging miyembro?
Hindi po requirement. Wala rin po kami British accent.
Do you think
Practice na.
Filipino
Potato.
No, it's all. Pero Filipino. Do you sing Filipino songs?
Yes,
Yeah.
we do sing a lot of Filipino songs po. Kasi po yun po yung, kumbaga bakit din po finorm yung choir na to is to sing Filipino songs. Which alam naman po natin sa Pilipinas, ang daming choir. So
Yes.
dito walang choir na talagang kumakanta ng Filipino song. So yun din po yung parang ano namin sa kapwa Pilipino dito. Pag nanonood sila ng concert na.
Siyempre. O sa susunod yun ang ipapakanta namin sa inyo.
Sa susunod, sa uulitin. In the meantime, unfortunately, nauubusan na tayo ng oras. Gusto natin magpasalamat kay Vin Eleazar and Mr. Berwin Go, ang mga frontliners po natin sa London.
Galing
Keeping us
talaga.
safe
Congrats.
and inspiring all of us. Maraming salamat po. Before we end tonight's episode, we'd like to note we made several attempts to set up an interview as well with Senator Manny Pacquiao for a live interview. Unfortunately po, my technical difficulties. We'd like to apologize to Senator Manny Pacquiao and his staff. For now, that's all for this special edition of The Chiefs. We hope what was discussed here will keep the conversation going. I'm Robbie Alampay of One News.
I'm Ani Pamintuan of the Philippine Star.
I'm Lucy Cruz Valdez of News 5.
And I'm Edwin Gao, and we are One News.